Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night. Can you believe it is Sunday night already on this side of the world? It's Monday morning and Monday afternoon in other parts of the world. So hopefully everyone had a wonderful weekend. It flew by, at least on this side. So definitely someone sat on the remote control and hit the fast forward button. But before we get started, I do want to send love, love, love out to the world. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I definitely welcome that. Just going to take a big deep breath and come back to you right here, right now. And just let that beautiful love just cascade down into our hearts and fill us up and flow out to the world. And whether you're watching this live or on replay, we all meet outside of space and time to send love so you can join us all together no matter what time you watch this video. And of course, if you are in need of love right now when you're watching this, for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for situations out in the outside world or a loved one, we send love to you right now. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so very much. And we will get everything all set up here and we'll get jumping in to readings. I did put out winter, summer solstice readings today for each individual zodiac sign. So here is the playlist for that if you want to check that out after your reading. And so I'm excited. It's all about what we are. I think I put it there? Yeah. What are we leaning away from? Because the northern hemisphere tilts away and goes into winter here on the 21st of December. And then, of course, the southern hemisphere is tilting toward the sun. So they go into summer, and that's what they're tilting toward. So I am excited for these readings. They were very, very lovely, but I say that about all of them. I love the messages that come from Spirit. All right. And then, for those of you that do want to make a donation to prioritize your reading, we do have these what is it called on the bottom? Here, let me just post this because it says it here. Oh yeah, super chat at the bottom of the chat screen. You can make a donation, and we'll prioritize and move it to the top. Or you can make a donation by PayPal or Venmo as well if you prefer that. But I do go in order down the chat for the free readings, and then when a donation is made, I do switch out, and then I go back in line and continue down after I complete those. So yeah, self-love. So I go in order. I know sometimes people have urgent ones, but if you want us to, if you want me to prioritize it, I do honor the donation to make it a priority. Otherwise, it's not fair to everyone else that requested before. That's my heart. So I'm sorry if you're not able to make a donation, then I'll try to get as fast as I can down the list as well. So hang in there, hang in there. All right. So let me pop out the chat here and let's get a rolling. Let me just move this up here. Okay. All right. So we are set to go. And the first free reading is going to go to Valverde. And you want to know what new manifestation will come towards you in 2023. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. Move that back a little bit. There we go. Sofa Verde. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know about 2023? Yeah, I do see here you do move past some blocks that have been going on lately. The Nine of Wands does show you that there's this wall that you've been trying to kind of push against and move through, but it's been kind of difficult to do so. And we do have this here. Um, Showing you that you do stand in your power. You do have this, even though you're sitting, you do stand in your power. But you have the Ace of Wands, which means that you realize that one of the blocks up here, that it is within you that the block is occurring, and it's empowering because you realize you can move one to the side, and then you can walk past whatever block this has been going on. It does help here with the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and the quest for higher truth. Things that are, you know, truths, capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, those that we find inward and upward. So you're able to look past these expectations and any of these fears that we're blocking. And I almost feel like you did a lot of the mental work and the, you know, the conscious looking at things, but I feel next year you move into some of the subconscious to find the last roots that are keeping you from moving forward. Because you do have this, you know, the balancing out of the outside world with the Two of Pentacles. You have the balancing here of the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Coins. So, and then you have new Page of Coins, which is new opportunities that do come in there for you. So you do have this beautiful balancing where you feel the scales might have been off in a, you know, a direction that we're working keeping you from things. It does balance out. In fact, it might even go the other way and then balance out, especially with that Page of Coins. So you do have whatever this is, if this was for love or job or finances or being able to move somewhere, whatever you felt like this year, that you felt like you just kept on running up against a brick wall and couldn't find a way around it, upward, through it, or under it, this is the year. And I really feel it's like within March and April is when you really see the surge and you move past things. Because I feel the beginning of the year, you're really looking at those subconscious things, those beliefs that go back to 7 years old and younger is when our, you know, our emotional body is forming, and we're learning all the praise and punishment things. And those, all those get stuffed down when we start developing our mental body. So there's some when we do mental stuff that helps us with that, but we have to get into the emotional subconscious things to move past those. So that is what they have for you right now, Valverde. They don't going to tell you everything for 2023. They're going to give you tidbits. So that is what they have. So many, many blessings to you there. All right. So Kritika, you are up next for the next free reading in your Who is Coming in Your Life this next year. All right. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. So Kritika, who is coming into your life in the next year? All right. Well, you have the Palace of Coins. Palaces are specific to this deck, and it's like the Emerald City. But the Palace of Coins is a safe place where you feel you can put your worth and how you can feel secure in yourself in relation to the outside world. So I do like that because you also have the 9 of coins, the 9 of pentacles, which is like wish fulfillment coming in here, in a way, because the 9 is the hermit's card, but it's you're finding your wholeness and your completeness from within yourself. And you can see the little bird there too. That represents spirit being in there with you. So you are finding this safe and secure place for your worth in next year with your love life. And so I feel like, um, in a way, in the beginning of the year, you find your love, and you like the greatest love of all inside yourself, like Whitney Houston's song. You find the greatest love in here, and then that's what brings and allows you to step forward. And then here's when passion comes in. So when some external love then comes in, but I feel you find love internally first, which allows you to really see and move forward in love in the outside world. It's like the first half of the year is kind of this, you're in this palace, because like if you ever watched The Wizard of Oz, like a big theme of the Emerald City is they find everything they need within themselves. Like the lion needed courage, and they were trying to get it from the wizard, but they actually had it within themselves the whole time. And the brain, the Tin Man had the brain. I think it was no Scarecrow wanted the brain. Tin Man wanted a heart, and they had it all inside of them, and that's what is happening. And then this unfolds in it's like half and half. The first half year ish, and then this is in the second half. So um, that is what they want you to know right now. So the biggest thing is one leads to the other. So the more you work on your inner love and your self love in the first half of the year, the faster the second half comes in. So it's a little bit of an incentive, but really the biggest thing, you find fulfillment within your own self and your own heart first, which is, an amazing journey in itself. So that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. All right, Daisy, you are up next. You say, when you go back to college, will you and your roommate still be cool? You're already cool. We want to know if she hates you because you have bad anxiety. Well, let's take a look here. So you're working on your fears, though, right? You're beginning to focus more and more on your gratitude. When we focus on our fears and our anxiety, and that's what grows and expands in our life. I don't want this in my life. I fear this will come into my life, or I'm missing this in my life. We are so powerful. We feed that and grow that, right? But if you begin to focus on what you're grateful for every day and really have a gratitude journal where you there was a reading earlier in the morning, this morning session, where it came up in one of the oracle cards about, in the morning, ask your spirit guides, surprise me with something amazing today. Ask them every single day. And then at the end of the day or throughout the day, write in a journal or write somewhere, even if your little files in your phone or whatever it may be, what amazing things happen throughout the day and what you're grateful for. Then you'll see that those things grow and grow and grow because your energy is focusing on that. So that's what they want you to know about having you have anxiety. There's not good or bad anxiety. There's just anxiety. It's not right or wrong. We just have fears. It's what we came here for. It's a giant amusement park full of fear rides, right? But we don't have to get on every ride, right? So I like that. Whatever you focus on, is what will grow. All right. Looks like these are just the two cards that they want you to know here. Oh no. So you got the Three of Pentacles, which is about being true to you, be your authentic self, and not to worry about people like naysayers who will, try to bust, um, or cause, if we fear punishment from people like bad mouthing or rah, because we don't do what they want, or we fear we'll lose support of people if we don't do what they want. Spirit is saying it's all about being true to your authentic self. You have unconditional love within you and from above. So they're like, just be you. Don't worry about anyone else. You can't help what other people see when they look at you because all they see is themselves. Same as when you look at your roommate, whatever you see is about what you see in yourself because you're mirrors for one another. So all you can focus on is be true to your true higher self, your authentic self, and be love. And then you don't have to worry about it because you're just being love and you're allowing your life to unflow in and unfold. Unflow, that's a new word. Unflow. It's the flowing unfolding of your true heart and how you want to express yourself to the world. And but when you're in fear, then you're not yourself. You're a cat mind. You're hissing and attacking, hissing and running away, or attacking and then running away after you hiss. So, really, it's about stepping out and being out of fear as much as you can, which gratitude and thankfulness is a fear destroyer. That's why they want you to focus on gratitude, 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 and ask Spirit every day to give you a surprise. What do something amazing for me today, and let me see. Let it. Don't be specific. Just say, "I want something amazing." So show me something amazing, and they will. And then you write and gratitude for it. Then you get more of it and more of it. So I like it for you, Daisy. But I feel like with that Ace of Cups and that Three of Pentacles, they just are being themselves and they're just worrying. They're looking at themselves, not you, you know. So they're just like, you're a roommate, but they're focused on their life. They're not like waking every moment waiting for you to get home to see who you are and what you're doing. You're a in their mind, you're just a supporting character in their life. So we don't mean as much in people's lives as we think we do. You know, we think we have a bigger impact than we actually do. As far as when we are worried about it, the only thing that you can do to really impact people is by being that Ace of Cups, allowing yourself to fill up with unconditional love and allowing it to flow out to people. So that is what they have for you, Daisy. So be you, be that loving, beautiful you, and focus on your gratitude. And you'll see your life will transform the more you do that. All right. Well, that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. We'll keep on moving down the list. And we are Alex. You are up for a general reading. All right. So let's see. What does Spirit have for you right now? All right, let's see here. Yeah. So you have the Two of Wands here, which is exactly what I was just talking about with Daisy, which is whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. So again, when you focus on what's missing, more things go missing. When you're grateful for what is in your life, you get more things to be grateful for. So there's this expansion coming in, and you even get the Palace of Coins, which all these cards came flying out after I shuffled even. And so it's the Emerald City. It's you are creating this, you have this opportunity to create. On one side, you can create this beautiful safe space of you expressing your worth to the world. And then on the other hand, you can also, which actually the Page of Wands is the same thing, because the Page of Wands is about taking that Ace of Wands into your hands and understanding the power and the how much we are involved in co-creating the world around us. We don't see the world as it actually is. We see the world as we are. So as we change and we make choices on the inside, it changes stuff on the outside. And so I really feel like there are really stepping into your power here, um, so that you can see that you get to create this safe environment about your worth and about who you are and your abundance in the world. Just your whole outside world. You have a great power over what you see and how you see it. Because every moment we do get to choose what story we apply and what emotion we want to feel as we go through this. And so, you know, I think who was it? James Allen. It's where this brilliant statement, because he was like, if it was the situation that determined how it impacts a person, then everyone that went through a situation would have the same feelings and same results, and it would mean the same thing to them. But it doesn't. It means so many different things to so many different people. Like if you lose a job, everyone has a different way of looking at that. And because of that, it's not the situation that determines what it means, but the person going through it that does. So I feel like there's a great amount of and I'm not saying you're gonna lose your job. I'm just giving that as an example. But it's, we get the choice within each moment what it means, and so I really like this empowerment that's coming in here for you with this. So I like it, and that's what they have for you right now, Alex. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue going down the list here. And Angelina, you are up for a love reading. So let's take a look here and see. What Spirit wants you to know about love right now. All right. Well, another palace. I like it. So palaces are very only specific to this deck, but they've been coming out a few times already. So the palaces are safe places that we build for ourselves for whatever element is coming up in the card. And this is the wands, fire, which is your passions and your drive, and a safe place to express your energies, to express your passion in your world. So I feel like there is this, yeah, here comes passion flying in. Eight of Wands is a major, major amount of energy and passion that's flowing in. And what's igniting it is you have this rebirth that's happening regarding your expectations that you have around love and relationship and who you're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be, what it's supposed to mean. So you do have this ending. These usually this has a giant heart on it with three swords stuck in it, which represents that disappointment or that feeling we have of heartbreak. And we realize that we are our true selves, our higher selves, our high heart can never be broken. It's too powerful. It's full of unconditional love. But we come down here to experience what it might feel like to be heartbroken, which is actually when we feel that in our heart, when we're disappointed or betrayed or whatever it might be, it's actually fear. It's our body going into fight or flight mode. It's just like a pinch in the heart, and you're like, ah. And it's because we fear we're unlovable. We fear what someone's actions mean about us. We fear, what does it mean? What are people going to think about us? And, I'm never going to find love again. And I joke that after the first heartbreak, you think, I'll never find love again. And then you do, and you're like, yay. And then that one doesn't end well. And you're like, oh, I'll never find love again. And then you do, and like, oh, yay. And then that doesn't work out well. And you think, well, I'll find love again. And then you do, and you're like, yay. And then that doesn't work out. And then you're like, oh, God, I'm going to find love again, you know? And then, so the early days of love, love, love is, it's like, whoa, it's like a roller coaster. And then later it's just like, oh, honey, love, let's talk about love. But I do enjoy this for you because I feel like you, with that death and that rebirth around the pain, and you're realizing more and more that what are these fears I have, and how true are they? But you're really transforming, and that is what allows this passion to come in, and you're creating this safe space to feel like you can express the love and the passion in your heart. So I do like that for you, and that's what they're recognizing for you, that you are doing the work in that. But that's where the work can still continue for that release for you. So I like it, Angelina. So many, many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. And Just Crimson, hello, hello. So thank you for your donation. Let me see here. Did you already ask your question? If not, jot your question. All right. Hello. So let me see. If you haven't asked your question yet, pop it down below. I'm just going to search here real quick. Yeah, I don't see it up there. So just let me know. There you go. So will you get a response from them? Ooh, okay, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say. And thank you so much again for your donation. I really appreciate the energy exchange. All right, let's see here. I don't see a response coming here because the big thing is you have the tower, which is someone or something being moved out of your life on purpose for a purpose, and it opens up a new old ending of an old cycle and the beginning of a new adventure coming in. So with those coming in, I really don't see that you're going to get a response because it's like you are uh, being nudged forward. You've got the Page of Wands here, which is new passion, new interest, things in the future. So these are like clearing things out so that you can move forward into that area instead. Because you do have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is movement in emotion, and the Queen of Cups is, offering you this new love. But it's the deep, deep diving into your own emotions, your own um, I just want to say your power, but it's your intuition, and you're able to deep dive into your own emotions. And this, I feel, is where movement starts, because with this change, with this exchange, and this booting out of this person out of your life, out of your path, you're kind of deep diving, like like how a whale jumps above the water and then dives deep, and you dive deep down inside of your own emotions, and then you find, oh, okay, here is the thing that's been just biting my craw. It's been in there that I've wanted to release, and then it bubbles to the surface, and then you do. I really feel you transform this whatever this emotion that is triggered by this experience with this individual. It helps you release it and integrate this emotion instead of having it bubbling below the surface, impacting you with that. Because you do have the Seven of Wands, which is you do move into this place. Leo energy here is that you get seen. You are, the Six of Wands before this is you're recognized. You are kind of moved above the crowd. You stand out to someone, and some people don't like it. That's what comes with this, the Page of Wands that comes later, is that you're recognized and it stands out. And these are like, why do you get to be happy? Why are they paying attention to you and not us? And but that's okay. You don't have to worry about that. You don't even have to defend yourself. It's basically a card that says that you are kind of put up on top of this hill on a pedestal, kind of above, um, and other people feel they're lower than you, and that's what makes them want to make snide comments or point it out to you. I usually the kind of the statement is, why you get to be happy, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. But you don't have to. It's like when a butterfly emerges from a cocoon and the caterpillar's like, why you get to be all pretty, come back down here and be a caterpillar and walk on the floor, you can't fly, get back down here. And you're like, I can't anymore. It's not me anymore. I need to become a butterfly, and I am a butterfly, and I need to flutter, not crawl. But I can teach you guys how you can go into your cocoon to become a butterfly. And so it's like that's what you're able to do because of this. This comes after this. So I don't feel like you'll get a response from them. But again, it's that tower, it's always for you. They're clearing things out so you can go further on the path. Um, Yeah, that you're going. So I know it's like, oh, but it's like, hey, but what's coming? It'll be much more for you in alignment with who you want to be than that current one anyway. So that is what they have for you, Crimson. So thank you again so much for your donation. Really appreciate that. All right. So let's see here. No other donations. So we will continue back down the list in order. So we were up to high vibration, Queen Angie. And you'd like a spirit message. Absolutely. And I do want to pull here from the Ask Your Guides Oracle. So let's take a look. So, what does Spirit have for you? All right. This is the one I was wanting. Yeah. Intuition. I love it. An inner child. It's coming through here. Let me see if I can have you see the little one in the middle a little better. Maybe. There it goes. Inner child waving at you. And that is card number 42. And theirs says, the door to your inner child is opening, and he or she walks through, bringing you a gift of intuition. You may not be entirely comfortable with this newfound source of insight. You may not know exactly what to do with it. However, don't toss it aside or try to analyze it to death. Instead, accept this gift and play with it. Apply your intuition to non threatening situations and learn how it works. Don't try to control it because you can't. It's exciting and powerful and is to be respected and followed, not tamed. So trust your inner child's willingness to share its magic so that you may benefit. The message for you is trust me. Your inner child, trust me. Come on, just try it. You'll like it. But you are obviously high vibration, Queen Angie. You're given a new heightened intuition at a new level as a gift from your inner child. So you might have been doing some really good inner child work, some shadow work, because it's released them from a lot of charged emotions from the past that are allowing them to express themselves in new ways. They don't feel as chained and as trapped in the cellar as they were. So they're offering you gifts for setting them free and allowing this to come in. So I really like that for you. So I can't wait to see what you do with that. Many blessings for you. That's what they have for you right now. So I like it. All right. So continue going down. So Myra, Carolina, you are up next. Hello. And you want to know what A feels for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What does A feel for Myra? Anything else? Just want to get a little more clarification here. Okay. You know, I feel like there's this movement in a different direction for them because we've got the Tower card, which of course is endings and new beginnings and things being moved out of your life. And you have the Judgment card, which this is usually a calling from your higher self and letting you know that whatever is unfolding for you. But the double X, double endings, double new beginnings coming in. So all of this is like feels like there's this ending and and movement of you away from them and them away from you, because you also have the movement card of the swords, which is a movement of from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, which can also represent then movement in the outside world because the thoughts turn into actions in the outside world. And then also all this movement along and we have the Knight of Cups, which is the movement of love. And I feel like with all the combination of these, I just feel like emotions are headed in a different direction with all that. Because the final card, it was the Five of Pentacles, which, you can see here someone that feels left out in the cold, left behind, um, abandoned. And it's an important lesson that we learn, a beautiful truth we learn, that humans, when we depend on them for our moment to moment sustenance, we're going to feel disappointment, because when a human character goes into fear, they withdraw their support from us, right? And something happens and they change and they get drawn, and it's almost like walking a hunting dog without a leash, and they see a rabbit out in the forest. Psh, oh no, squirrel, rabbit. Psh, 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 psh. They're off. Their attention can go. But the transformation with the number five of the Five of Pentacles is that we realize it's the creator, it's source. It's that beautiful, beautiful, unconditional, eternal love that they have for us, and that their care for us and the support they give us is consistent and unending. They will always give us what we need in each moment, and we don't have to have it from humans. Humans might be the shipping company that the creator and source and spirit bring it to us, but it's not coming from them. It's coming from the higher source. So I really feel like this is an important time for you to, that you learn that through this process of like how fickle the human character is, but how consistent and unending is the love of above. But it's a beautiful transformation because it is happening for you so that you can move forward in something in your life that's more in alignment with where you want to head as well. So that's what they have for you right now, Mayra. All right. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So Mira. So I had Myra, Carolina, and now I have Mira, just to make sure who's reading. So you'll be the next free reading coming up. And anything you need to know or that needs your attention. Okay. What do you need to know, or what needs or needs your attention? Glad I have my cup of tea there. Otherwise, that card would have went flying across the room. So let's take a look here. So you have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords would be what needs your attention? What can you look at? You do have, like us all, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been stealing from you, either stealing opportunities for love, stealing opportunities for career, abundance, whatever it may be, what you feel has like uh, like a block of some sort. The example that I'm having that they're putting in my mind is like if you were wanting to make, like, I want to make $50,000 a year in a job, or like these days, 100,000 is what would be like really needed, right? to have everything we need in the current economy. And you're like, I need that. That's what I want. But you can never get above 75,000 or 50,000 because of the subconscious beliefs that are below the surface, that we end up getting a job for more, but we somehow sandbag it where it ends up falling. We don't end up keeping it, or we can't get the job. And it's because there's these thoughts and these beliefs that are below the surface that we can look at to set ourselves free. And I do like that. And okay, that makes sense why these cards came out, because the Nine of Wands is about energetic blocks. Something's blocking you from going up further, and you're kind of like frustrated with it here. But I love that you've got the moons. So you got the fire and the water. And so you're going to realize as you look into these deep, deep thoughts and beliefs, whatever around, and what this block is, you can be like, yeah, I can never get this past this point in a relationship, or this point in a job, or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I'm getting into the nitty gritty of what it is that allows you to take your power, because you have the Queen of Wands here who will take her power, realize that one of these wands up here is her magic wand, and then removes it and can walk through that block, the energetic block, and move forward. She's very confident. She's very aware of her energy, and that wherever she focuses her energy is what grows and expands. So when we focus on our, like, what is and I talked about a couple of times already in this session about, we focus on what we don't want, we feel like, or we focus on what is missing or what we fear. We are so powerful. We expand that and that grows. And if we focus on what we're grateful for and what we do want, and unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, all that wonderful, that expands in our life instead. So, really understanding the power of where we invest our energy is what grows, helps you move past this energetic block, and you are getting into the thought and belief and mindset that is blocking you. And you're like, oh, I know where this is from. It's usually going to be, if it's an emotional block, which with that wand energy, it most likely is emotional. It's going to be 7 years old ish and under, is what where that comes from. Mental blocks would be from 7 to 14, usually. So, but that's what they're wanting you to kind of just be aware of, and that you can kind of investigate and go on a little adventure in that area of your life. So that's what they have, Mira. So many blessings to you. Right, Naomi, you'll be the first. I'm sorry, the next um, free reading coming up here. And so, do you see anything happening between you and this guy, this Pisces guy? And then will your ex try to come back around and start trouble in your life? Let's take a look. So, number one, anything between you and Pisces? And then anything about the ex coming back and starting trouble? All right. Oh my gosh. A lot of thinking going on with all your cards that came out here. So anything happening between you and this Pisces? I don't. I don't think so here, because what we have here that really stands out is this Three of Swords, which is the disappointment card. It's expectations equal disappointment. And so I'm like, I don't feel like it does, because this disappointment actually does trigger you moving and changing your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around relationships. It actually takes you like almost through this portal here into a new way. From It takes you from rocky waters to calmer waters, because you also have the Knight of Swords, which all knights quest after truths, and they aren't questing after small t truths. They're questing after this Ace of Swords, which is the capital T truths of the higher realm. It just really takes you to this place of like, seriously, why does this keep happening? What's going on? What do I really want? And it turns you inward, because you also come here to this faith card, which is the Hierophant. And this is about you understanding and digging into what is your truth as well. So all of these, it just feels like things don't really go anywhere with the Pisces guy. And then but it spawns all this thinking and this deep diving into what is your truths. And when you do that, when you really get in there, really question, why do I believe what I believe? Then you have this Page of Coins, which is then new opportunities open up in the outside world. So I don't feel like there's Pisces won't work out, because they're a mirror pointing you back to you about how you feel about yourself and what is your truth, what is your inner truth, not the outer truth of opinions of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's, but it's all sending you back into here instead of up here. You got a lot of thinking going on. Um, and then will your ex come back around and start trouble in your life? Only if it helps you, because the more thinking here, you've got the Palace of Swords, which is developing this beautiful place for you to express the true you. Here's the Ace of Swords. It's like the foundation of the palace in the sky of thought and belief and mindset. And you have the King here of Swords, who not only rules over all the air, but all the kings are given an additional portion of air. So they're the masters of communication, the masters of truth, the masters of seeking and understanding truth. So all of this, I mean, you've got out of seven cards, you've got five swords, which means you got a lot of looking at expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that get triggered through all of this. And I don't feel like your ex will come back around and start trouble as you are diving deep into what your truths are, unless it helps you more cages to turn you more inward to question your thoughts and beliefs and your mindsets to really determine who you are on the inside. So, but I don't feel like your ex is coming back. I feel like they have you more in a controlled environment to help look at, yeah. Oh my gosh, again. It's more you connecting. So this is the tree of life. Your higher self, your human self, and all the journey we go to get back that we took down to become a human and back to reconnect with our higher self. And another sword, seven of swords, understanding your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are stealing from your life. So I don't feel like they'll come back in because I like I said, I feel like you're more in this super controlled environment of your higher posse to help you really dissect and get into um, your thoughts and beliefs around your self love and just your whole world, all these expectations. It's just really bringing them all to your face to look at. So, but I don't feel like it's your ex coming back um, with these. So that's what they have for you, Naomi. So enjoy the adventure. Freedom is on the other side of it, and as you go through it. So, I know it might appear daunting a little bit, but it's for you. And so just know that you are being very well supported. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. On Shu, you will be the next free reading, but Renee Lee, thank you so much for the donation. So we will prioritize yours to honor that energy exchange. You're like, hi again. So why did your friend Erica from college stop talking to you? Erica. Erica. Let's find out. Let's take a quick drink here. So tell us, what would you like, Renee Z, to know about why did Erica stop talking to her? Oh, what happened? I don't- Oh my. So what happened? Was there did they have a crush on someone that you ended up dating? Yeah, the Palace of Coins. Looks like um they went to greener pastures. Did they just get torn off into love? Let's dig some more deeply here because this can go a couple different ways, right? Okay. Nope, none of those. Anything else around this or? Hmm. Yeah, so it can be that they withdrew in then because now that I also see that this 5 of Cups came up, so I feel like it did have to do with love and if it's not dramatic like that, like the movies, it's them that they pulled inward when they, when they had this heavy disappointment in their life. I feel like, in the beginning, it was like this is how it felt for them. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I met the man of my dreams or the person of my dreams, and it's going to create this safe place." And it's, "Oh my gosh." And you're like, "This is too good to be true," right? There's like, "Uh-oh." Yeah, it's more of a personal thing because they went for all this and it blew up in their face, I think, and they sorely disappointed. I feel like they kinda withdrew inward, mentally because, there's all this burden, all this pressure on their life, and I feel like this is more focused in on the double endings and double, it's like not only did they have a devastating thing happen, it was like a double whammy to them, and so they just really turned inward, because of it, and, the Ace of Swords is, um, like they just withdrew in to really understand what was happening, but, yeah, I feel like such a double whammy, that, things seemed like, "Oh, this is too good to be true," and they're like, you know what they say, "If it seems too good to be true, it most likely is," and, yeah. Yeah, she's okay now. I feel like she's and like, it was embarrassment, and she, was really excited, and then she just didn't trust anyone because she fell hard and fast into it, and then it's just like, pull in, all the walls are up, and, didn't matter who it was. I kind of feel like she just ostracized everyone out of her life. So I don't feel like it was anything you did. I feel it was personal, like you said. So you are she's not gonna come back, you know, she's gonna end up on your doorstep, angry or anything. Let's see. I must feel like she's just kinda went off in her own little world, but let's take a look here. Yeah, here's that Ace of Swords again. So, um, there was, like, uh, a new love that she went off into, because here's Ace of Cups and Eight of Wands. She went off into another passionate adventure. So I kind of feel like it's someone too that, at least currently, with where she's coming from in her life, when she falls for someone, she just gives all of her life to that person, which is, of course, um, disrespecting herself, but she gives up all her friends, her desires, everything, and tries to become who she thinks they want her to be. And so she just gives up. And it's like, so that one didn't work out. And so she withdrew in. And then it's almost like a serial monogamist, which I did for a while. You would jump from one relationship to another to another. And it's like, when the dog dies, you get a puppy right away. You just never go without a dog. Not that, our mates were dogs, but it's like that kind of thing where they just go from each one to each one to each one. And I just feel like for her, friends are not uh, a priority. They're like disposable, and you just, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna put you on the shelf." And when I'm heartbroken and I'm in between relationships, if I'm okay, I'll take you off the shelf and be friends. But oh, another relationship, and you get back on the shelf. So, that's kind of what I feel like the type that they are. Currently, anyway. Eventually, I mean, because I did the same thing for a long time, but eventually, you realize that friends are forever, and who you're dating is temporary. Yeah, yeah. I don't feel like with the 6 and the 9 here, I'm sorry, with the 5 and the 9 here, with the conflict and the flaminess and the energetic blocks, I just feel like, yeah, with the Knight of Cups, they're always in pursuit of love, and friendship is kinda like the on the shelf kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't see, like, a reconciliation, and I actually feel like uh, that's not true friendship, you know what I mean? So that's what they have for those. Did you have an additional question for that, your second donation, or was that for this one? 'Cause they're kinda similar. Okay, very good. Yeah, so you're like, "Yeah, you know what? I want a true friendship. Someone who gives as much as I give," right? All right. So we are almost at the top of the hour already, and, I usually am on just for a couple of hours. 2.5 hours is, like, usually my cutoff, so I like to, at the beginning, the top of every hour, do my public service announcement that, as you have noticed that, okay, thank you so much. Like, Renee just did. When you make a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and so I do bump your reading to being prioritized over free readings. I just step out of line, complete those, and then I move back in line and continue down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. So that is how that works. Um, sure. Is that your yes or no? Your yes or no question is, do I mind if you ask a yes or no? No, I don't mind. But a bunk, I'm here all night. Well, at least for a little while more. Please do. So yes or no? Let's take a look here. Yeah, you have the 8 of coins, which is movement up in the outside world. So I do see you will be getting it. It'll be this is a movement card, so that would be a yes, a yes, a yes, a yes. So yay! Congratulations. All right. So thank you again so much for your donations. I really, really appreciate them, and I honor those. All right. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you also give the video. I know we're not all able to make donations, but it's something free that you can do to help spread the Zen love to the world and help be part of that love tsunami that we all send out, because the YouTube algorithm eats all those likes up and gets excited and wants to share the videos of my channel as a recommended videos for other people as well. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Really, really appreciate it. All right, Anshu, you are up for be the next one here. No, I don't have Cash App. I only have PayPal and Venmo, and then whatever they allow down in the uh, whatever that super chat. Woo! I tell you. So those are the ones that are available there. All right. So Anshu, you'd like an angel message, and so I do. I actually want to pull from here from the Healing with the Angels deck. Let's see what they have for you. So what would you like for Anshu? Please? Okay, that one right there. Look at that beautiful card of support here. And let's see what message comes in here. And it says, the creator, the angels, and the ascended masters who love, protect, and guide you are watching over you. Right now, you are not alone and you are safe. And this card reassures you that you are part of an awesome and powerful team of benevolent beings. They surround, guide, and love you constantly. And if you're in danger, they will intervene with warnings or life saving measures. If you're afraid, they will comfort you with the energy of divine love. If you're confused, they will whisper guidance in your ear. And with this card appearing for you today, your angels and guides ask you to talk to them more frequently. Have mental conversations with them about everything, and everything is emphasized, everything. And you will soon see evidence of their existence. Soon the angels will enlist you to help other people. So if you ever feel doubtful about your ability to help others, ask the angels to help you release these fears. Wow, I like that. So you are not alone, you are supported. They're inviting you for more conversations, like have coffee talk. We want to talk to you. We want to interact with you. And then they also then will also ask you to help others, give out messages to others, or they'll tell you that someone needs a hug or a phone call or a text or just a little flower from your garden or whatever it might be. It's like they will have you bring those comforts and let people know they're not alone either. So I love that for you, Anshu. So that is your angel message for this evening. So many blessings to you as well. All right. So Sky Falls, Project Sky Falls. You'll be the next free reading coming up. All right. And you want to know, what does Spirit want to tell you? And we've got these Ask Your Guides oracles. So we're going to pull from here and see what they have for you this evening. So what does Spirit have? All right. Boom. All right. So this is like getting the death card in the tarot. Don't freak out about it. Guardian angels. It's usually about a rebirth. So this is card 30. And it says, as hard as this may be to admit, it's time to give up on your present efforts and walk away from a situation that has no more life in it. Whether it's a dead end job, a relationship that has run its course, or a pattern of behavior in you that's no longer getting you what you want, recognize what isn't working anymore. There are times in life when things or circumstances come to a natural end, some of which may seem beyond your control. And this is one of those times. Your guardian angels are surrounding you as the reality of this dead end situation settles in. They comfort you at a time when it appears as though all is lost. Although you're not experiencing a physical death, your angels indicate that something has indeed died, that which has been harming your spirit. The good news is that the worst has already occurred. It will not get any worse than this, and soon a new day will dawn. As hard as it can be to admit, accept that defeat or dead end, because the sooner you do, the sooner the real gifts you seek will appear from the right resources. So it's like the Tower card. It says this is not an easy time for you, but it will become easier when you let go. Your guardian angel's message is let go and let God take over and move on. So, yeah, there is whatever this is that the horse is dead. We don't need to beat it anymore. It's like, okay, the worst of it is over. We knew it is ended. And now it just is the letting go and walking away that allows you to move more. Like I said, it's like the tower where things are moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for something new coming in or to clear the path for you to head more in the direction that's meant for you, for your, destiny in this lifetime. So that's what they have for you, Skyfall. So you know what area of your life it is, or areas, right? You're like, I'm cleaning house. It's all going. It's crazy Project Skyfall's crazy sale. Everything must go. But you know what it is. And like I said, the worst of it's over. So it's just I know, okay, fine, I'll let it go. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. All right. Pinky Pink, you are the next free reading coming up. And let's see here. You want a spirit message. And actually, I'm going to be drawn here to the Earth Magic Oracle. So let's take a look here. All right, Pinky Pink. What do you have for Pinky Pink this evening? Okay, a bunch of cards came out. A bunch of messages. Like, what is the one message you have for them right now? Okay, here it is. Oh, wow. So you got the tsunami, the wake-up call. I like it. And let's see what comes in here for you. So one of the scariest and most destructive of natural phenomena, along with volcanoes, earthquake, hurricanes, and tornadoes, a tsunami occurs when a large volume of water is suddenly and rapidly displaced. It's triggered by an undersea disturbance, typically an earthquake or a volcanic eruption, that causes a series of powerful waves to travel across the ocean at speeds up to 500 miles per hour. Yet on the open ocean, the height of these waves seems so small that they generally pass unnoticed. And as these waves, collectively called a tsunami, get closer to the shoreline, their height increases enormously, even as their speed slows to 50 miles per hour. The distance between the waves or the trough can be considerable, taking 20 to 30 minutes from wave to wave. If the trough hits the land first, the water recedes rapidly and dramatically, followed within minutes by an enormous wave that initially comes as a surge. This receding is a clear sign of an impending tsunami. We can't outrun the wave that follows, but we can avoid being swept up in the destruction by moving to higher ground. So you are getting a wake up call, and it may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring. Yet you also know that it is time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real life drama, so there's no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often, when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that foreshadowed it happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were so subtle they were easy to dismiss as imaginings of the mind rather than the voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues, and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. So, to negotiate this wake up call, listen closely to your instincts while at the same time seeking the higher ground of spiritual truth. So, if you're seeing signs around you, head for higher ground. Try to see things from a higher perspective. Um, and obviously, if you've been through other emotional tsunamis in your life, you know the signs, and you're like, okay, let me take a step back here and get away from the shoreline. I see what's about to happen here. But I like that for you because there's this joy and this hope that comes in here. So I like that for you. But that's the message for you right now, Pinky Pink. You are not alone in it. You are supported. So I like that for you. All right. So Joy, I just mentioned Joy, and then here we have Joy. So you will be up next for the next free reading, but we do have a donation from KL6. And thank you for your donation. Sorry, I don't have the Cash App there. I'll have to look into that, see if it's something I can do. So you want to know, Will, you have ex-girlfriend problems. Will Thomas go back to her? Okay. He had asked, "Will your boyfriend's ex be a problem for us? Will we get back together?" Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So the shark is circling the waters, the vulture is circling in the sky, and you're wondering, are they going to swoop down and take them back, take them away from you? Let's take a look here, see what Spirit has for you here. All right. Thank you. Anything else? I see here there's all this emotional confusion that's going on right now with your with Thomas. And but there's this I feel like this emotional confusion, this why they're kind of appeared in the life is this feeling of abandonment, left and left out in the cold, left behind, that there's this guilt that I think Thomas has around, like, this is how they're presenting themselves as, oh, you left me behind and boo boo boo, and they're like, oh, he's the guilt feelings and stuff are all um you know bubbling up within them, within Thomas. But you got the page of swords and the page of coins here, the page of pentacles. And this is about um, new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets, um, new opportunities in the outside world. And I feel like this this is how he sees it. He goes, this is what he left, and this is what he has now. Something that, this looks just devastating and confusing, and there your it feels like your relationship is just, this is earth energy, solid and not mental in a crazy way, where this is like mental stability and physical stability, whereas with them it wasn't so much. So I really feel like they look at, this is your guys' relationship, sun bright, sunshiny, victorious, that they don't, they see how much trouble that the ex is coming back into their life. It's like, there's a reason why you guys aren't together, right? But you don't. There's nothing you can do about it. It's something that he figures out. He knows, but he's dealing with his guilt. So, I really feel like this is just the patience card, the temperance. Just allow things to unfold. You're going to be fine through it all, you know, and because, this is like the creator of the universe telling you that they were separated out of each other's life on purpose, for a purpose. And here's this wish fulfillment card that's coming in too, showing you that anything that happens with people being moved out of lives and into lives is not by accident. It is very heavenly, the spirit realm. It was all designed. And here's this wish fulfillment coming in, saying just trust that things are unfolding. It's in good hands and you don't have to stress over it. Just let it play out with that temperance card, and you'll be fine through it. It's just, you know, don't let your fears turn into what the ex girlfriend is, because out of her fears, she's "Ah, da, 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 da," so you don't have to let don't you don't have to become that, right? You're just like, you know what? If eh, the attitude that you can have on the inside is, if they're stupid enough to go back to to that, then you deserve it, and I will be fine. And that's kind of where you have to get to when it comes to other people's choices anyway, but it relieves you, and then you don't go into fear, and you don't become a crazy cat-minded person, because we go out of our minds when the human goes into fight or flight. We're gone. We're no longer a making mature, intelligent, loving decisions. We are just becoming a cat who hisses and attacks, hisses and runs away, or hisses and attacks and then runs away, doing things that are just out of desperation for survival and to feel back in control. And then we just end up being a bunch of cats fighting, and that doesn't turn out well. So if you are able to stay calm and just be like, you know what, I'm going to be fine no matter what happens, but obviously I'm the best thing for them, and if they can't see it, then maybe they're not the best thing for me. So I like that energy that spirit is giving you of like, you know what, it doesn't mean that you say that out loud. It's just you keep that inside and just know that. But that's what I have. So that sun card is, no, no, nothing to worry about. You are victorious. You come through with shining bright colors with the sun. So I like that. So that's what they have for you. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and thank you for your patience with me not having the Cash app. All right. So I don't see any other donations. So we will continue moving down the list. And so Joy, we left off with you. And you'd like a past life reading. So you want to know what something from your past life that you're bringing into this lifetime, something that is significant for you, I imagine, is what I feel. So what would you like Joy to know about a past life, please? All right. Well, I do love the strength card here because this is definitely them saying, here's your human and here's your higher self. So, you definitely have your individual human experience here, but your higher self is bringing in a lot of beautiful energy here. I feel with this, it has Leo energy. So there's some fire energy here, and you have some fire here. I really feel with the cards that are coming here, the energy is more of, it feels middle ages type of stuff where they had the squires and the castles and the knights, that type of era where, you know weren't totally in the dark ages, weren't totally in the enlightenment things, but things were happening. And you've got, with these knights and these pages here, that's what's really a lot of energy around here, because it's covering both earth, water, and fire. And so there's this combination of this individual. I feel like, you know it's almost like you were known as um a squire knight, like a priest knight almost, where um you had it's almost like the crusades, the crusader type of individual, but where you had a very um religious upbringing and belief system, and that surrounded you. You had this very noble era about you, and you were known for it. But you were also a knight that was very good at being a knight, which means that you also took care of situations quite a bit. And so there's this um, energy, this conflict that you had back then of what what um, what to do with that, because you had these beliefs about taking lives, but then you also felt you had to take lives to save lives, and you just really were conflicted, like you remembered each individual, and you even made it a ritual to um, have like honor them. like at a little altar, lighting candles, burning incense, that you did it every day, either on your own or if you were near, a church or altar of any kind, you would do that. And even I feel like you went and covered a lot of places. I don't feel like you had family. I felt like you were devoted to this, and so you traveled quite distances in a lot of nations. And even when you were in different locations throughout, wherever they sent you to crusade, you still honored the belief system. So like when I was talking about, you'd go to a church, but also you would go to mosques and different other places that had religious energy, and you'd even do that uh, honoring of the dead to different deities and different things, no matter where you were, because you just had this deep thing. And because you have the high priestess here too, which I feel like you had your belief system, that of the country that you were in, but I feel like you were raised by like your mom was a foreigner that had a different belief system than everyone else, and she raised you in it almost secretly, and you honored it still, but you also understood that life was so much bigger than that, which I really like. I feel like you eventually ended up changing course in your what you were doing, and it just became too much. And then I feel like you left and went and started a new life in a different location too. It just became, it's like you went into like monkhood in a way, where you left all the killing behind, everything, and then devoted your rest of your life to service, being anonymous and unknown in a monastery, or kind of service. So I like that for you. It brings in a lot of the energy of what you are going through in this lifetime, with conflict and conflicting things, but this drive and this passion. You might even have that in this lifetime, where you like going to like old Catholic churches or old synagogues or old places, and just looking at you just love the ritual, is like something that's inside of you. You might notice that too. So that's what they wanted to bring for you right now, Joyce. So hopefully that resonated, and that helps you on your path in this lifetime. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the free readings and self love. We're finally to you. I know you're like, oh my God, finally. Let's take a look here. And so you just want a yes or no answer on if the person, if is V all right, yes or no. Okay. That would be a yes. They're in the Palace of Coins, which is a safe place in the outer world, um, like the Emerald City. So they are fine. They're off in their own little world, their own adventure. They're not in Kansas anymore. They've gone to the Emerald City. So um, I feel like they're taking a time away. That's what happened to Dorothy. She got caught up in a tornado, ended up on her journey in the land of Oz, and they'll be back. V will click their heels and they'll be back. But I feel like they're taking a break away. So um, that's what they have for you, self love. So thank you for your patience in getting there. Um, it's always whatever's happening is always happening for us, right? So when we get when we have fears about other people and are feeling out of control, it allows us to go, what is within our control? And all you can do is send love in those situations. When our heart aches for people and we feel like there's nothing we can do, our heart aches because our soul and compassion are activated, outside of fear too. Fear will also make our heart go, but once we realize, okay, there's nothing I can do, but my heart aches to help them, you can just send love to them, send love to surround them, and allow that love, their higher self, to do with whatever they're wanting to do with their lives, with that love energy. So if you want to send that to them, self love, just Anytime you just feel that rise up, just go, okay, I send you love and I surround you with love. I give the love to your higher self. And then each time it comes up, just feel it doing that, because that'll allow that love energy to go out and not feel like it's filling you up and you're about to explode. So that's what they have. So hang in there, self love. Again, thank you for your patience and getting down to your question. All right. So, Julu, you are up next. Yay. Yes. Thank you. You are smart. Thank you for finding the way. All right. So, Julu, you would like a general reading. So, all right, they don't want any of those. So, we are going to pull cards here. Tarot, of course. All right. So, what would you like Julu to know, please? All right. What appears here, yeah, that you are being called inward. The high priestess card is stepping into your high priestess temple, diving deep, going up, going behind the veil. And the nine of pentacles too, the nines are a hermit's journey, and this is a journey inward for your worth in relation to how you feel about yourself and how you compare it to the outside world, and really what the foundation of your worth is. And you're here with spirit, so you're in this temple and you are being called inward to reflect on this. um okay, you're on the tree of life here, which is all about the journey of the human self down here and the higher self up here, the one, and down here. This is the journey of the Kabbalah, the tree of life. We journey down to, like, start up at a high vibration and work our way down to a lower vibration to have this human experience. And we understand ourselves here by experiencing the opposites down here. So it is this awareness and this growth of knowledge of who you really are and what you're wanting to my back. Oh, there we go. Get a crick in your back suddenly. I'm like, it happens when you get older. Um, sorry. So it is you learning about the human body and the human in comparison to the spirit realm. So I really like this call, inward call here, because you are also in the process learning with the Eight of Cups here that you're walking away from the emotions that no longer serve you, and you're headed up the pathway around the corner here to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And it brings you to this beautiful place. The Palace of Cups is a place where you can feel safe in expressing your emotions and experiencing your emotions. And because you're in this calm place way below in the bottom of the sea. So you can see way up on the surface, there might be storms or things happening. But when you're having that solid, beautiful place that's deep inside of you, that's safe, like the high priestess temple, um, you don't feel the impact of all that stuff going on. You just are like, do you guys hear a storm? We don't. Down in the bottom of the ocean, it's just woo, fishy swimming by, seaweed flowing so beautifully. You don't hear all the thunder and the lightning and the waves crashing up on the above. So I really feel like there's this peaceful emotional place that you're being called to for a bit, and to step away from all the chaos with all of that. And it makes sense too that you have the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords really works well with the Tree of Life, because the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, seeing things from this perspective. And that allows you to cut away some of the limiting beliefs of the human side too. So as you're letting go of these emotions that no longer serve you, you're also letting go of thoughts that no longer serve you as you move forward. And it brings in a lot of energy for you. You really begin to step into your power as you release those thoughts and those beliefs and those mindsets, because they were taking energy. When we have old emotions that we're maintaining, it takes force field and energy to maintain it and to keep it suppressed or keep it the energy, the emotional energy charged in it. Also, it takes a lot of energy trying to live up to a lot of the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets, those expectations we have that we've been given all our lives about who you are supposed to be, what the world should be, what I need to be, and things have to be and must be, right? And so there is this energy that comes flooding back into you, and then you get to focus that energy on what you want to do and what you want to expand. So I like this big, it's like you're going into your high priestess temple and you are learning um, a lot about yourself and in your power and the, like I said, the emotions that you're releasing and the mental beliefs that you're also releasing. So I like it for you, Julu. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Sio Shanta. Hello. Yes. May guidance find everyone well. Absolutely. And then you'll be up next for your free reading. And you'd like a general reading for the next 48 hours. All right. I'm being guided here to the Healing with the Angels Oracle for you. So what would you like Sio Shanta to know, please? All right, there it is. I knew there was a card that was trying to show itself. Yay! You get playfulness. Cute little cherubs. Let's see what we have here. So fun and play is the angel's way. They guide you to add fun to your life and to know that fun is a necessity, not a luxury. The angels know that you have a lot of responsibilities and that you need a steady flow of time, money, and other resources. But with this card coming in today, the angels want you to know that regular doses of fun can help you accomplish your goals. You may protest that you don't have enough time, money, or energy to play. Yet, your angels assure you that playfulness is a wonderful investment that yields immediate returns. When you have fun and laugh, you relax. This relaxation gives you a greater inflow of ideas, spiritual connections, divine guidance, and energy. And with the new inspirations and energy, you can better manifest your desires. Your relaxed and radiant personality attracts wonderful and helpful people to you. Your positive outlook creates new opportunities for you as well. When you look at life in this way, you can't afford not to have fun. So definitely more fun, more fun. I know that was my first relationship. I used to be all about it's all work, and if there's time left over, play. And they were all, it's play, play, play time. And if there's time left over, then we'll work. And it was wonderful because I tugged them towards the middle and they tugged me towards the middle. And would go have fun, make sure I had still had time to do the important things, but I let stuff go and I learned to have fun too, which it is definitely, like they're saying, it's a reward. You get immediate results from it. So that's your order from the angels. Time to have some fun and make it part. It's a necessity, not a luxury. So put it on your schedule. Must have fun. So that's what they have for you, Sia Shanta. So many blessings to you. Hey, Anjali, welcome, welcome. You are up next after Mars, as far as free readings. And so Mars, let's take a look here. So whose energy are you feeling around you? Okay, I'm not sure if it's Virgo. All right. I'm almost feeling, we'll see what the cards say. I almost feel that it's not another person's energy. I feel like it's planetary moon energy and higher being energy, um, but not like someone's higher self, uh, like that you'll meet, a type of thing. Let's see what it comes through here, though. Yeah, well, there's your energy. Okay. So we got the King of Wands coming in, which is represents your higher self in the spiritual realm. And you've got the 10 of Wands. So a lot of energy coming in. You are picking up a lot of energy that is flooding in. And all this fire energy, right? Like your Mars. Here's Mars. Got a lot of that coming in. And then you also have the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective. So I feel like this a large influx of energy. I might even look into the planetary things, because you also have the Two of Swords, which is, the moon energy coming in here, and it's the balancing of the heart and the mind. I know we've got a super new moon coming up here in a couple days on the 23rd, which you might already be picking up on too. Then you do have the Lovers card that's coming in here, but I'm wondering, for some reason, I mean, Venus, I feel like Venus energy. I wonder what Venus is doing in relation to your chart too, because there could be just the planetary energies as they're flowing all around they trigger a lot of our uh, birth chart energy within us. So as the planets move through our body, like our heavenly body, it's triggering stuff that's within us in regards to those planets too. And when I saw the Lovers card, I felt immediately, how's Venus impacting you? How's Venus impacting you? So if you do birth charting, you can take a look and see. If you go to somewhere even like astro.com, you can pull your chart and look at your chart to see how things are happening right now. Yeah, and here's some more balancing coming in too. Because I saw the Libra. Was that in here? Yeah, that was also on the Two of Swords, the balancing out of things. But yeah, I don't feel like it's like another person's energy. I feel it's like planetary energy and your higher self energy that's doing some downloads, updating things. uh yeah. Yeah, because I don't feel like these. That's what I feel. I just feel like it's that. Yeah, and especially dreams. That's when our subconscious connects with our emotions and the moon and everything else. And it's like, oh, good, the human's asleep. Now we can bring a lot of stuff. I know I've been having crazy dreams for like weeks and even more than the normal ones. I usually have like pretty consistently, but been having some really woohoo ones. So I can definitely understand that. So that's what I feel they have for you, Mars. Is there like it's not another individual's energy, it's your higher self and your posse and planetary energies. So excuse me, that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. All right. So Anjali, you will be up next after, I mean, right now. So what is happening in Satish's life? Is he planning anything? Okay. Let's take a look here. So tell us, okay, what would you like Angelina to know about Satish? Okay. And is he planning anything? Well, it looks like Satish is having a lot of fire going on in his life, a lot of energy happening. So a lot of activity, I feel. And it's almost like he's being brought into to the limelight in a way where people are kind of, I wouldn't say attacking him, but attacking him verbally or with looks and disgust. Why you get to do that? Why you doing all that? Look at you, because out of jealousy, because they feel they're lower than them at the moment. But there's a lot of energy that's going on in their life here. So a lot of activity, I feel. And when you ask if he's planning anything for you, they're like, shh, it's a secret. Because the high priestess is, she's withdrawn, she's working on stuff, but it's like diving into the unknown, the secret, in that. So I feel like they're saying, maybe they are, but if they're doing it on the down low, and it's supposed to be a surprise. So it's like, oh, okay. So let's see. Anything else that we can know about that? So they have the three of swords, which is disappointment. It's like, okay, don't try to put too much into it, because we're going to expect something and not get that and get something else. So they're just like, they're planning something, but don't try not to put too much into it, is what I feel. It's like, um, yeah, more focus on yourself than their actions here. Yeah, because there's the Knight of Swords and the Six Swords. So there's movement of thought and belief and movement and communication. So you'll be getting communication here pretty quick with this movement of these. But yeah, don't get your hopes up on what it is. It's like, oh, okay. So it seems like he's very, very busy in his life, a lot of activity. So it's like, okay, that's all you're able to do. I must feel like, if they're showing me like a birthday party and they're headed where they're invited, and they're like, oh my God, I forgot. And they just zip by somewhere and pick something up. It's not even wrapped. It's just in the bag and here, and you're just like, oh, thanks. Like it doesn't feel like they put a lot of thought into it, but it's because they're just so in a whirlwind in their life that they brought you something. Be grateful, right? That they did anything, we can be grateful for it. But if we want this and they give us this, then it's disappointing. But if we expect nothing and they do something, then we have this, appreciation for it. But that's what I feel like, kind of energy around that, Anjali. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. That's what they have. Hey, Dollface Diva, you are up next for the next free reading. Okay. And so, will you be able to maintain your bills with this new place? Oh, all right. Let's see what Spirit has to say here. It appears to be, so you have the 10 of coins. So it feels like there is abundance that's coming in here. Okay. Yeah, you have the Justice card, which is balancing things out. Just be aware of your spending. Be aware of what do you need and what you don't need. Just really have a must have, a wants, and have the wants prioritized, and just really look at what what's important. But balance is very uh, very important with all this. Yeah, because you have Temperance, which is about balancing as well. Yeah, and then you have two sevens. Seven of Swords and Seven of Cups. So emotional confusion and mental, what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets steal from you. So I feel like the block that's here, if you think of a six, like three on each side, it's usually smooth. But a sevens, there's stuff that's right in the middle that are like not letting you get around it. And so it's facing your thoughts and beliefs, your emotions, and your mind around things of what is truly necessary and what is not. And then just look at that, because you're able to do it. They have the 10 of Pentacles. They have all the capacity to do it. But just what is necessary, what are the real bills and what are the want bills is what I'm feeling as coming through. But yeah, I like that for you, doll face diva. So that's what you have. So many blessings to you. All right. So Fiona, you are up next. Can you accept your boyfriend's offer? Let's take a look here. So see, is accepting your boyfriend's offer in your highest experience? So let's take a look here. Okay, I was going to say anything else. Card came flying out. All right. Well, they're basically saying that you have this power to choose here. And, wherever you want to choose, they say there's no right or wrong answer. You can accept them. One of them is going to, I feel like one puts them in power, like it gives them a lot of power in your life. And the other allows you to walk away from emotions that no longer serve you. And they're headed off to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So I feel like if this offer feels like you're giving away so much and not getting a lot in return, then that would be, well, if you choose that, that's what you'll end up in. But the other choice is that you leave emotions behind that no longer serve and you get to move more into a wish fulfillment of it. So I feel like you know what they mean by that because you know that, should I accept that offer? And if you're like, I just feel like I'm the one that gets the short end of the stick, that'll tell you that, oh, well, I don't need to do that. I instead can choose to leave behind emotions that don't serve me, and I can make a choice for me instead of giving up and sacrificing myself. So you'll know, what does it feel like, wish fulfillment in accepting their offer, or does it feel like you're giving away energy by accepting the offer? And therein lies your answer. So that's what they have for you, Fiona. So many blessings to you. All right. And again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you've given the video. It just helps spread the Zen love. And I am very, very appreciative of that. Thank you for being a part of the love tsunami. All right. So, Christy, hello. Actually, this tea is all gone. Moving to my backup. Very thirsty today. And that is still hot, even though it's been in there for a couple hours. Woo! Okay. So, Christy, angel message for the new year coming. Absolutely. And we are going to go. Yeah, they do want the healing with the angels deck. So let's see what they have for you for this new year. I know, I can't believe next week is Christmas, and then the week after that is New Year's, and then here we are, December of 2023 before we know it, right? That's the way this year felt like. Just all right. So what for Christy today, please? Angels, angels, angels. Okay. Focus. So 2023, a year of focus for you. Wow. So think about what you want for 2023 and not what you don't want. Guard your thoughts carefully because they create your experiences. We've been talking about energy a lot today. Sometimes it seems that our thoughts choose us, but this is never the case. We always choose our thoughts every moment. Our thoughts always have an effect, and there are no neutral thoughts. 1/2 second before you hold a thought, you decide to hold it. So, with practice, you can learn to monitor and alter your thoughts. This is the equivalent of putting your hands on the steering wheel of your life. You may believe that your concentration abilities are impaired, yet the infallible mind of God is within your own mind. You can experience remarkable feats of concentration by affirming, I am now able to focus my mind at will. I hold only loving thoughts, and my angels act as my gatekeepers in establishing a steady stream of thoughts of love. I like that. Yeah, every moment we are choosing what thought, what story we're putting to each moment, and what emotion also we want to feel as we go through it. So I like this focus for 2023 is be aware in each moment of what am I thinking, what am I like, what am I story am I choosing to put into this moment, and what emotion am I wanting to feel? And then you're like, oh, I don't like what I'm feeling. What's great is that we can change it, right? We're not trees that are planted and can't move. We can move our energy, we can move our bodies, we can move locations, we can do all sorts of stuff. And I feel like 2023, it's like focus on what you do want, not on what you don't want, what you are fearing, or what you feel is missing. But it's the year of gratitude and focusing on what you do want and moving that way. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Christy, so far for 2023. All right. So Latoya, hello, welcome back. And you are up next for the next free reading. And you want to know what your ancestors want you to know. And I'm going to pull here from we have the Ask Your Guides Oracle. Of course, your ancestors are among the beautiful, beautiful multitude of support we have on the other side. So, Latoya, let's take a look here. What do your ancestors want you to know? So they're talking about your physical body. And Gaia is also speaking. And that's card number 31. So the Divine Mother is present, making you aware of your marvelous physical body, her great gift to you. Be grateful for her gift. It's a wondrous, temporary home for your spirit. She asks that you give it the respect and attention it deserves and needs. So take care of it with love and attention. Give it adequate rest, a proper diet, and a calm and peaceful environment. Spend time with nature, as the earth is the true mother to your body and will restore it. The better you care for your body, the more it will serve your spirit. Listen to your body, its gut feelings, its flutters, its impulses, as Gaia speaks to you through it. This is the Earth Mother cradling you, protecting you, and guiding you through each day. She advises you not to live in your head alone and ignore your physical self. Without a strong connection to your body, you'll be weak and unable to achieve your goals. So Gaia's message to you is pay attention to your body. So I like that. That's your ancestors too, really understanding the importance of that connection to your body and the physical, because that is Mother Earth does speak through us. Gut instinct, tingling, different things. Really pay attention to the messages that your body is giving you. I feel like you are in tune with your body, but more appreciative of it. I feel we always all can be, right? Some we're just taught to look at our and go, oh, I wish I didn't have that, or wish I had that. Instead, it's like being grateful and sit in gratitude of this beautiful rental body that we chose to walk around in and have our spiritual journey through. So I like that for you, Latoya. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. Hey, Rhonda. Wow, twice in a row. You're like, yay, I made it in. So a spirit message for you. And I actually am drawn to the Earth Magic Oracle for you. And let's take a look here and see what message they have for you. All right, here we go. So for Rhonda, What spiritual message for you? All right, there it is. You got the waterfall. Effortless. Beautiful. I love waterfalls. Although I used to have a waterfall in my office when I worked in corporate life, and people would come into my office with it on, and they'd be I had to go to the restroom because the water made them, the sound of water made them have to go to the restroom. Uh, all the memories. Anyway, little comic relief for you there, Rhonda. So water naturally flows from higher to lower ground, eventually finding its way to the ocean. And one of nature's most exquisite and dynamic demonstrations of this fact is the waterfall. Graceful, powerful, and effortless, she can take our breath away with her cascading beauty. She readily flows around that which may otherwise impede. She's extremely patient, persistent, and skillful in the way she ever so gradually shapes and carves her passageways down the slope of the mountain. Note how the waterfall forms ribbons that accord with the artistry of the stone faces she descends, joining the calmer pool for a rest before she continues her journey. There is no strain or stress in this movement. The water simply follows natural law in the interaction between the formations of the precipice that she traverses and the powerful fluidity and adaptability of her flow. Effortless. It says, you have come to the edge of your comfort zone and you find yourself fighting to resist moving past that perceived precipice of who you are, how you can be, or what you can do. Spirit is asking you to step beyond the edge and allow yourself to do so with ease rather than struggle. Yes, at times physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even when the task seems daunting, you will find that it's difficult to turn pages. Wow. So they wanted me to reread that evidently. So, yes, at times physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even when the task seems daunting, you'll find that the movement moves you effortlessly. Approach the present situation or relationship with awareness and grace. Do not try to make it effortless. That just creates more strain. The key word here is to allow. This is not a time to fight, but to surrender to the will of Spirit, even if you're being asked to let go completely and tumble into the brink of creation itself. You will find the waters there to be ultimately still and calm. So keep your focus on your solar plexus chakra and your breath, breathing through any tension, relaxing and yielding to the movement that is occurring at any given moment that makes your life effortless. I like it. I like it. Be the water, be the waterfall, be the stream, flow, allow. Don't make it effortless. Just allow it to be effortless. It's like you don't have to swim in the stream anymore. You can just float down in a giant inner tube. Just go with where it goes. You don't have to try. It's just allow. It's surrender. It's just no more trying to swim upstream. Just be and allow yourself to flow. So I like that for you, Rhonda. So many, many blessings to you. All right. I think we are. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, we are down to Christina Lowe for the next free reading. You'll definitely focus. And we are at the top of the second hour. So, of course, it is time for the public service announcement. I'm only going to be on for 30 more minutes. And I do try to get through as many of the free ones as I can. But if you want to make sure I get to yours this evening, I do honor and prioritize donations. I honor that energy exchange. So if you do make a donation, I will make sure I complete it in this session. Otherwise, if you're not able to make a donation, I understand. We're all at different places in our lives where we can and can't. But I do have a ton of free content still available on my playlist. So if I'm not able to get into you down to you in this session, you can click on my name, the Bretta Zen Mystic Tarot, and it'll take you over to the main page full of playlists with pick a card readings, weekly energy updates. I just put out the winter summer solstice readings. I got monthly readings. I put out a lot of free content. So follow your heart and follow spirit, and they will take you to the readings that have the messages for you. There's also a giveaway playlist there with at the very top, it'll tell you how you can enter weekly energy update giveaway, where I give away a 30-minute free reading each week. I already made the announcement for this week's today, but you can enter for next week's. I do offer personal readings at a slight cost, which is all listed in the description box of the video below. What else? What else? I don't know. I'm here every night at 7 p.m. Mountain, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings too at 11 a.m. So a lot of opportunities to get me, to hear messages from Spirit. And so that is your public service announcement. So we will return to the previous recorded or the previously scheduled broadcast now. So there you go. And Christina Lowe, you are up next. I'm going to sit here. Okay. So hello, all you happy, lovely people. You're so nice. So I wanted to ask how your trip to Phoenix and Modesto is going to be. All right, let's take a look here. See what Spirit would like you to know. All right. Well, I like it. You have the Six of Wands, which is victory, victory, victory. Okay, that's way too many cards. But yeah, I mean, if you had to have a one-card reading, that's the one to get, right? One of them. It's very much Leo, sun energy, very victorious, recognition. So very, very bright. So I do like those for you. So they are going to be enjoyable. Let's see, anything else? Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so definitely beneficial and abundant. You got the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, new ways of looking at your worth. You have the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Coins, feeling really secure in yourself and your worth, with Spirit along with you. And then the King of Coins, who is all about abundance and feeling very secure in who you are and defining yourself by the inside, not so much the outside. But very beneficial, very victorious. So I like that for you, Christina. I mean, no concerns there at all. So have a blast for sure. So it looks really productive, really beneficial for you. So that's what they have. Many, many blessings to you. All right. Bill Birdie. All right. So Arpita Kabi, you will be the next free reading. And there you go. So how will your day tomorrow be? You want some guidance? Okay, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. So for Arpita. What else? Okay. All right. Well, it looks here pretty good. You have the Palace of Coins, which is creating a safe space for you in regards to how you look at your worth and how you express yourself in the outside world. It is this Again, I always feel like the Emerald City, that you find that you have everything you need within you. The Queen of Swords is great too. I mean, you have the balancing symbol here. It's the balancing of heart and mind. So tomorrow it's like just allow your, allow your heart to be in it, but also your mind, but not, be in balance with it. Don't make decisions strictly out of emotion or strictly out of logic. Allow your heart to be there. Because you have the Two of Swords too, which is again the balancing. Close your eyes and open your heart. And I always look at this, usually the message, especially when you have the queen there. It's about balancing decisions between heart and mind. Let your heart have a seat at the table, but have both have equal vote. It's not one has, one's not just sitting there as a token. Okay, heart, you're there, but you can't say anything. It's like, how does your heart feel? What do you want in your heart? What makes sense in your mind? And kind of come to this beautiful compromise between heart and mind. Because you also have temperance, which is about balancing. And then, but you have the Ace of Coins too. So both of these are saying that you have this beautiful opportunity that's opening up tomorrow for you. So just when you have these opportunities arise for you, allow your decision to be based in a balanced way between what makes your heart sing and what makes sense to your mind as well. It's like sometimes you'll get three choices. One that's like totally heart, one that's like totally logical and okay, but it's going to be dull. And then there's option of both together, a decision that allows both to be there. So that's what they have for you, Arpita. So many blessings to you. Enjoy your tomorrow. All right. So Kavita Saroja, you will be up next for the free reading. And you'd like a general reading. All right. So let's see what they have for you here. Okay, that was like a fourth of the deck there. All right. Yeah, so you also have the Temperance card came flying out of here. So right now is this balance. The Temperance card is this, they move from one to the other and back and forth. Tempering is like an alchemist where they have two cups and the whatever formula that's within it, it's the pouring back and forth process that transforms something. So something is in the middle of being transformed in your life. And you have the tree of life too, which is about, understanding the two different sides of yourself. You have your higher self and your human self, and your higher self went on this journey to be able to come into the physical realm, and then we work on working our way back. But it's understanding the difference between the two, and the um, like that temperance, the balancing between the higher realms and your physical realm, always knowing that there's two of you that are living this human experience, this character, human character, avatar that we're experiencing life through, and then the actor behind the character, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being who's made of unconditional love. And so there's this ebb and flow between the two that's going on, and you're seeing the opposites, you're feeling. And so you might feel like conflicted sometimes. It's because you have those two inside of you. We all do, even though we're more aware of our human in the you know earlier parts of our life, and as we get older, and as that it opens up more and more, we're like, whoa, wait, why am I feeling all this way one way, and then the next minute I'm feeling this way? Am I schizophrenic? And it's like, no, you are realizing and coming into this contact with the two of you that are living this human experience, one that has been taught to believe in these fears of losing a conditional love, and then one that's made of unconditional love. So this contrast happens, and then, but they don't have to battle. We can actually have our ego human self fulfilled with our higher self if we'll allow the connection to come together. And I feel like you do because you have the 8 of Wands, which is messages from spirit, but it's a lot of energy coming into your life too. So I feel like there's this transformation that's happening in your life right now. So if you're feeling that energy, that's what's going on. All right. So that's what they have for you right now, Kavita. So many blessings for you. All right. Sio Shanta. Hello, hello. So you are up next, and you want to know if we have the time and the energy and spirit allows, may I know how to tap into your mediumship abilities? Absolutely. And anyone can benefit from this because um, I don't know if it was today's or I think it was this morning, someone had asked too, how do I expand my psychic abilities? And so that falls into it because it's all channeling. Everything we do spiritually is channeling the love energy from above. It just shows up in messages, through mediumship or cards, crystal balls, whatever, however messages come through. Energy healing is channeling that energy through us in like Reiki and Qigong and Chi, whatever, all these humans talk about it. It's love energy that comes through and goes out. So energy work is channeling, talking to and channeling messages from spirit, from those who have passed over, ancestors, our guides, our angels. All of it is channeling. It all comes through this energetic channel. And to tap into them, the biggest thing, and you might hear me say that a lot of times on here, is I may not be the smartest person in the room, but I know how to get on the heavenly internet and listen. That's my biggest accomplishment is I'll pat myself on the back that over these decades, these 5 decades of life that I've been living, uh, I have learned to listen, to shut up and listen, which is turning down. I've learned to turn down my fear noise by um, researching and looking at your fears as they come up, right? Not focus on them. If we always focus on our fears, we're just feeding them and they're getting bigger. But in addition to turning down fears, the ones that are like constantly triggering us, we look at those to transform them. But we spend most of our energy focusing on gratitude, focusing on raising our vibration to that of the spirit realm so we could hear more clearly. Because they always hear us, but if we purposely raise and focus our energy on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude, that's the energy at which spirit speaks. And so the more we can lower the fear noise, turn down the fear noise, raise up the love, unconditional love volume, then we can hear so clearly. And then the more you use it, the more you um, pay attention to it. It's like a muscle, it grows, and you're able to more and more be able to connect and clearer messages and deeper messages. I think it was this morning because I mentioned I do a lot of recorded readings, and I have been doing it for a while. But since I started doing lives it's a couple months ago, um, since I go live about 25 hours a week, it really has even expanded my intuition and my connection even more. And I was like, wow, keep going, let's go. And I love it. So that is what they would have right now regarding that. And let me know if you have any additional questions on any of that. But but that's what they have. So many blessings to you. Thank you for that question. All right. So, Mrs. Sweet Like Honey, you are up next. The next free reading. All right. And what's the current energy from the masculine towards you? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, for the first card that popped out is a very feminine energy because I thought, watch him be all masculine. And the first one is Mother Luna, very Pisces. You get the Pisces. So it's very nurturing and kind of mysterious too. Hidden emotion as well. So that makes sense. And then I'm like, okay. And then we get a thought based um, mental movement. And so they have thoughts. It's like, what's their current energy? Well, there's some emotion, but they present themselves as a very thinking, this Aquarian energy here, which I'm a Sun Aquarius, and I understand because a lot of people who are like married or in relationships with Aquarian individuals, depending on what's on the rest of their chart. But it comes up, um, you know, that they're not feeling, that they're very intellectual, but they're the water bearers, and they're able to contain their emotions in containers. They have tons of emotions. They have a warehouse full of emotions, but they're all categorized and they're all in their little Tupperware, and they're all put away. Sometimes you just have to ask them, "Can I borrow some of your emotions, or can I just have some?" And they're like, "Oh, sure, let me grab some for you." But I like this. There is this again hanging around, which is patience, and things take time to unfold. So they're not the fastest moving individual in sharing emotions, but there is a lot of passion there too. I mean, you got the Six of Wands and the King of Wands. Six of Wands is really free flowing energies. King of Wands, a lot of passion, a lot of drive, but they control it too. So I feel like if you feel like there's someone that really stands out that attracts people, they're probably have a Leo energy with them too. But they just really control their emotions with that king because they've learned, don't rush in with your emotions, you just regret it. They're like, okay, we'll move in it slow. And there's also the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins, which is this they have these feelings that they're dealing with, which I feel is why they don't move. That's where they got burned before. They went all in and then they got left out in the cold, left behind, felt like abandoned, and like you know so I like it for you. They have passion, they have thoughts, and they have feelings, but they also because they've gotten burned, they have learned to, like, fools rush in, but they're like, but I'm not a fool. I'm going to slowly, very carefully walk in. And that's what's going on with them. So um, they like to check things out and take a step and then look around and go, okay, what's going on? All right, let me take another one. So it's very methodical, very slow moving. So if you're like, oh my gosh, is it worth it or not? Well, if they have nothing else to do, why not? But that's what they have for you, Miss Sweet Like Honey. So many blessings for you. All right. You're welcome, Kritika. And then Astrid, you'll be the next free reading. And I am okay. Very good, Shanta. Oh, very cool. Love it. So I'm going to be on for about another 15 more minutes. So as I'd mentioned, if you do want to if you're way down on the list, you want to make sure I get to you a donation within the next 15 minutes. I'll make sure I get those during this session. Otherwise, we'll just end in with free readings here in a couple moments. So, Astrid, what are Jaden's true feelings and thoughts towards you? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit have? All right, true feelings and thoughts. Hmm. They are, uh, they might have a split personality, and I don't mean that in any rude way. I know that's probably not politically correct, but um, because they have like endings and new beginnings. Like on one hand, they want to go this way, but the other hand, they have the Ten of Cups. It's like it's a abundance, overflowing. Wow, wishes, fulfillment, full life. Oh, I want to go this way, but should I stay or should I go? I want this, but I also want this. They're like, that's why I feel like they're double minded. They've got, two different directions that they're looking at here. And because you have the Three of Wands, which is about taking a different direction. Um, and the Devil card here is like they're being this their little cage that they have themselves in around relationships is being rattled and shaken. And I feel like that's why they're contemplating escape. So they're like, they like this, they want this, but I feel like because they feel like there's all these expectations that this turns into this, and so that's why they're wanting to run and escape because of those expectations. And this makes sense now with here's the Two of Cups, romance, and again relationship, but all the expectations. This is the expectations. Usually it's a huge heart with three swords in it. They fear disappointing and being disappointed, and they have these fears around relationship. So I feel like they really do excuse me, want they really do want that companionship and that love and family and all that, but then it also scares the crap out of them. They have fears around it, and so they're like fight or flight is kicking in for them in some ways. But some moments they're just like, "Oh my god, I love this and I want it," and then they're like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I want this. It's going to be too much, and I'm not going to be able to do it, and I'm going to let people down, and I'm going to fail." And then like, "Oh, but I want it. Oh, but and so that's why I feel like they're going back and forth. They want it, but they're scared, and they want it, but they're scared. So the only thing you can do is give them love, 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 and if they've made their fears known, if the fears are unfounded, all you can do is reinforce the opposite and give love, 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 because you can't change their minds. Their fears are within them that are triggering. Um, so the only thing you can do is be aware of what the fears are. And if there's something that you're doing that might be triggering it within them, that you're aware of, you can alter that if you want, if that's what you want. But I just feel like they're going back and forth between the two, like I mentioned. So that's what they have for you, Astrid. So there you go. Enjoy that. Many blessings to you. You're just like, what do I want to do with that? Well, whatever you want. There's no wrong choice, right? So next up here, let's see, we're getting close to the end here. Natalia, you are up, and is what is coming up for you in love. All right. All right. What is coming up for you in love, Natalia? Well, I like it. You have wish fulfillment coming your way, so that is nice. Let's see what else they have for you regarding that. Well, they have the Three of Swords, which is disappointment and expectation. So I feel like, with the Nine of Cups coming up first, it's like it's coming for you, but don't let expectations get in the way. Don't let the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what that wish fulfillment is supposed to be, how it's supposed to come, who it's supposed to be with, and all the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the musts. It's about letting that go. because you do have the Queen of Swords, which is she has this Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to unconditional love, higher ways of looking at things, and cut away these expectations, cut away those thoughts and beliefs that were created for your safety when you were younger, but they don't serve anymore. They're outdated. You're so much stronger than you were before. You don't need that because you have the Fool card, which is about letting go of the old ways, the old patterns, the old cycles, and you are able to enter into a new adventure when you do that, which that's the new adventure, right? The wish fulfillment. But it's letting go of these expectations. When? Well, it's going to take a little while. You have the Knight of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight, because it's about the outside world. Slow moving, there's seasons on the outside, so it does take time for it to come around. But the biggest thing you can do while you're waiting is work on those expectations, because the more expectations we have, the blinders on, and we miss opportunities out here and out here when we have all those. The more expectations we release, the more opportunities and the more possibilities we see as well. So that's what they have for you, Natalia. So many blessings for you. All right. And Crimson, we took care of you. So, baby, you are the next free reading that is coming up here. And I'm getting down to the wire here. In fact, you might be the last free reading. So now is the time. If you do want to make a donation to have your reading in this session, now would be the time to do it. And you can do it by Super Chat or PayPal or Venmo, which are listed in the description box of the video. Yeah, I can't do two things at once. I'm almost at 2.5 hours too, so the brain is starting to fry. That's why this is the time for Buddha Zen to say goodbye. But baby, you will be my last free reading for this session. And good morning to you. So what is coming up for you? Presently, you have a lot of property problems. Okay, let's take a look here and see what is coming up for you. All right. Well, I do like this for you. They are showing you the power that you hold within your life. You wield the your ace, our ace of wands. We hold our wand, and whatever we focus on is what grows. That's why the Two of Wands shows if we focus our wand on what is missing, what problems we have, or what we fear, what is, that all grows because we are powerful beings and that energy grows. But if we focus on what we're grateful for, what we do want in our life, focus on love and joy and peace and laughter, then that expands and these things diminish. So I feel like the advice they're giving you is, focus on joy, 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 the Three of Cups, celebration and joy. That just expands things. You have the King of Swords, which is understanding what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, what fears do you have, those small T truths, those fears of losing conditional love. We have those, but if you focus on the capital T truths, which are those rooted in unconditional love from above and the wisdom of above, that helps free you because it cuts away these fears where they don't take your attention and you're focusing on higher truths. It just changes your life. It just takes it in a different direction, because what we focus on is what grows. And you have the Page of Cups coming in here, which is new emotion, new heightened love that comes in. And they offer the Ace of Cups, which again, the Ace of Cups is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It's full of that unconditional love from up above. It's eternal, no conditions, never ends, nothing you can do to lose it. And you just allow it. You become a chalice to say, Creator, Spirit world, just fill me with that love. And you allow it just to cascade and fill you up, fill up that cup, and then everyone else gets the overflow. and we spend less time worrying about all the outside world stuff because we're finding what we need within us, and it really resolves a lot of our fears of letting people down, or what is this going to mean, what is that going to mean. We have all the stress and anxiety because we're full of supposed to and should and need to and have to and must, and that's all those small t truths that the King of Swords cuts away. So I like this focusing in. The Three of Cups also represents the spirit world and your spiritual posse. It's them saying to you, you are never alone. You are surrounded by us. We love you unconditionally. If you need assistance, ask us. We're more than willing to help you, in your journey, and bring you answers, to questions, and help you resolve issues and seeing different alternatives. But they won't meddle with you because of free will. So unless we ask of our own free will, they won't step in. They'll let us deal with it on our own, because we're like, let me do it, like a little kid. I want to do it myself. Let me do it. They're like, okay. Until we're like, help. And they're like, okay, let me help you, and so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, baby. That's what they have. So again, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video, even when you're watching it on replay. It's so helpful. It just helps spread the Zen love to the world. So thank you for being such a beautiful part of helping spread the love. And thank you for all your donations, all your likes, comments, all your love that I feel from you guys. And thank you for your thirst for messages from the spiritual realm. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get through to everyone here. And let me just make sure there's no, yep. So I don't see any other donations. So that's the last free reading, and we're going to close the session for tonight then. I am here every night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then on Fridays, Saturdays, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. I have a ton of free content available. So if I wasn't able to get to you and you need an answer tonight, please head over to my main page by clicking on my Brother Zen Mystic Tarot name. You'll see all the playlist on that main page. Follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the messages for you. And I think that is it. So many, many blessings. Please know every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, have a great night, a great day, wherever you're out in the world. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon. Have a good night.